shooters in the game right now that shoots overhand is Sam Bradman. Shoots at about 95. He has one of the highest release points I've ever seen. But Sam can do a few other things too besides shoot overhand. All right? And as any great player that I've ever seen, they got a whole bag of tricks. A whole bag of tricks. So the next thing when I go to the wall, because again I want this thing to become an extension of my arm, is I'm going to throw the ball 3/4 off the wall. Just a little 3/4 sidearm, 50 times. All right? Because there's a place in the game at the right time, and some of you got some pretty good sidewinders in here. All right, so 50 left, 50 right, sidearm. All right, so now I got my stick can go from anywhere. Right, left sidearm. All right, then I'm going to go. All right, now I'm going to throw the ball underhand. All right, 50 times. Left, one cradle, load the gun, 50 left, 50 right. Now right now, as Martin is my wall, every time I'm trying to not make him move his stick. So even when I'm throwing a ball underhand, I'm trying not to make him move his stick. 50 left, 50 right. All right? Then I start to do just like some crazy stuff. All right, that Drew was kind of threw that backhand shot in there. Well, obviously Drew threw that was pretty cool today, but you know, that wasn't the first time he did that. All right? He's done that a few times. All right? So when I go to the wall, I do some other stuff. But one other thing before we get into that is I do the one hand thing too. So I get it up like 6 inches. And again, back to the one cradle. For most of you, 50 times right-handed, one hand, you probably won't be able to do it because your wrist will be exhausted. All right, so one hand, 50 right. One hand, 50 left. All right, working that. Now, what a lot of you guys don't realize, this is the hand that throws the ball. All right, this is the hand that throws the ball. It's not that bottom hand, it's that top hand. So if we practice this and you're right-handed and this is your left hand, if you start doing that more often, what you're doing is you're cocking your wrist with your left hand. You see that? And this is why a lot of you can't shoot left-handed, because you don't cock your wrist with your left hand. All right? And you throw the ball left-handed, one-handed, over the top, snapping that, so you get that natural follow-through that you do with your right hand that you don't even realize with your left hand, and then your left hand gets a lot better. All right? Now, then I do some of the crazy stuff, all right? So then I'll go to the wall, and I'll start throwing the ball 50 times between my legs, all right? Then I'll throw 50 around my back, all right? You know, then I'll start to do some of the stuff like you guys like to do, throw the ball 50 times off the wall. Again, this isn't my stick, so this is one of the harder things to do when it's not your stick. 50 left, 50 right, 50 around the world, all right? All right, with both hands. And half hour, 35 minutes. Now the thing is, you get better at this. That time, so you guys start off, you're going to try to go over there and do that right now for some of you, 50, you know what, you're going to be over there an hour. But then you start to get better, because you can do it faster, all right? Then you can do it literally in about 20 minutes. Literally in about 20 minutes. And you know what's scary about this? This, in 3 months, if you do what I just showed you, 3 months, you will be dramatically better. Dramatically better. All right. Mark, come on up here. Now, I worked with Martin a little bit yesterday, all right, because I saw that he had some mechanical flaws in his shooting. And that we needed to work on his shooting. Here, you know, he's playing at Jacksonville. You know, and just some basic things that some of you guys can do to become better shooters. And anytime you want to get better at anything, you got to go back to the fundamentals. All right? You go back to the fundamentals. So I gave him a few drills yesterday because Martin has a tendency to shoot with his top hand at his shoulder, all right, instead of his bottom hand at his shoulder. So you go to the net, you get a ball bar, all right? Get on your knees, square to the goal. Bring your stick up into that power zone, all right? Right here. All right, he gets to the power zone, he shoots as hard as he can right at the goal. Shoot it right in the middle, shoot 5 shots. Getting his hands up. Get his hands up. 5 shots. Again. Now that's even a dramatic improvement from yesterday, because when I watched him shoot yesterday, when he started doing this, he was shooting the ball right there. Alright? So now he would do that, he would shoot a bucket of balls, and then he would go over to the other side, and he would get his hands up on his knees, straight overhand, and he would shoot a bucket of balls. Alright? Then he gets here, so now he's got the weight on his knee, gets his hands back nice and high where we want him in that power zone. Alright, he's got his knee, he's going to transfer the weight from his knee, again, using his core to his front foot. Top. Baseball pitch, you just want to take one step, shoot that ball as hard as you can, keep your head stepping right to the goal. One step. Together, one step. Hands higher. Let's go now. Left hand together. Hands up. Right up over the top. See how he's pushing that, now give him up. Steady right there. Alright. Then, just do a pump left to back. And now, get it back. Alright, and even teach them really now to start that good 2-step crow hop and let it go. Go ahead. 1, 2, rip. Keep them up higher. Over the top. That's a little bit better. Now, so go left. Hands up, up over the top. Okay? And we go through that routine. Now, you know what's great about that? You don't need any coaches. Right? You don't need any coaches. You know what the other thing is? How many guys have played like at least 3 tournaments this summer? A lot of you, right? How many played 5?